The candidate filing period for Oklahoma's June primary just closed.
KXI 12's Marisa Sisk looks at who's on the ballot.
June's Oklahoma primary starts at the top with an open U.S. Senate seat. Republican Markwayne Mullin vacated the seat after being confirmed as Secretary of Homeland Security. 5 Republicans are now vying for it, including Tulsa Congressman Kevin Hern. 5 Democrats and 2 independents also filed. In southern Oklahoma's congressional races, incumbents Josh Brechin in District 2 and Tom Cole in District 4 both face primary challengers. The governor's race is wide open. Kevin Stitt is term limited, leaving 9 Republicans in the field. Headlined by Attorney General Gentner Drummond, former House Speaker and Atoka Mayor Charles McCall, and Chip Keating, son of former Governor Frank Keating. Democrats Cindy Munson and Aria Asma square off in that primary. Further down the ballot, Atoka Area State Rep J.J. Humphrey is running for Lieutenant Governor. Locally, Bryan County DA Tim Webster did not file for re-election. Republican Whitney Kerr is the only candidate in that race. In Carter County, DA Melissa Hankey faces Republican challenger James Gil Martin in the primary. And for Humphrey's District 19 House seat in southeast Oklahoma, Republicans Michael Brittingham, Anthony DeVore, and Derek Porter will face off, with no Democrats in the race. Oklahoma's primary is June 16th. Early voting runs June 11th through 13th. Reporting, Marisa Sisk, KXII 12.